Killer whales are not our friends was the title of an article written in the Atlantic.
God.
Did you see this?
No, but
It's
like we've had a couple this year of just whales like eating people.
Well, that's the thing is what this guy was referring
What's going
to.
on with the whales?
So it's been happening off the Iberian coast, which is Portugal and Spain. They're like their own little continent. And I'm really interested in this because I'm going to Portugal in August.
Oh, really?
I want to go fucking find orca whales. I've always been a huge orca whale guy. I like adopted one as a kid, but I'm sure 800,000 other kids adopted the same fucking whale.
Yeah, whales are dope.
Yeah, Free Willy, best fucking movie for kids that's outside of like the Disney realm at the time.
hell
Like,
yeah.
Free Willy was amazing.
Incredible.
So orca whales off the Iberian coast have been ramming boats. They sunk 3 this year.
Oh, I did. I loosely heard about this. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but they sunk 3 this year. They've damaged several more, and they're not just boats. They're like rich guys' yachts out in the
Yeah.
fucking ocean. So the rich guys are getting fucking pissed that these whales that they can't just start fucking spearing like back in the old days
Yeah.
are fucking their boats up, and they're having the time of their lives doing it. Is the thing.
Yeah.
They are so playfully just fucking ramming their boats and destroying them. And this biologist said that they're doing it on purpose. This guy, a biologist, Alfredo Lopez Fernandez, has a paper that says a specific female, known to scientists as White Gladys, may have suffered a critical moment of agony and at the hands of humans. So something happened to her that was based on, like humans did to her or someone in their pod. So she attacked a boat in retaliation and then taught other whales to do the same.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard.
So that's what they do is that
White
there's
Gladys coming back with vengeance.
White Gladys. I haven't seen a White Gladys since the lunch lady in high school.
Yeah.
And she was a beast of a woman, too.
Yeah.
And now I'm glad she's taken the form of an orca, and they're just sinking yachts in Iberia.
So they're just hitting them so hard they're putting holes in the side of the boats.
But they're like playfully doing it. I think the whales that learned the behavior from White Gladys are just like, I guess this is what we do now. And they're just going to the boats and they just ram them and they just put holes in their
because
hull.
that can't be for any benefit other than vengeance.
Yeah, it's vengeance is what they're saying, that they're just getting revenge on them, and they've sunken 3 of them, which is fucking incredible.
That's crazy. So they pissed off the humans, pissed them off for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're coming back. They're doing that. This whale's teaching
Yeah.
the others how to do it.
Yep. Teaching them how to do it, and then I'm hoping it's going to spread, and then orcas are going to be the ones taking over.
I was gonna say, like, I wonder if they'll learn just that boats are kind of an enemy in general because they're always,
Yeah.
they're catching stuff, they're dumping shit in there.
Yeah.
If whales will start to naturally just attack boats.
Well, they do not attack boats, but like a lot of whales, orcas especially, like they'll find fishing vessels and they'll sit beneath them, and when they pull nets out of the water, they'll just
snag them.
They'll just snack and snag anything that falls out of the nets, or they'll just grab the nets and tear them apart.
Yeah.
And
Do they choke on the netting? Like, does that happen?
I'm sure they do. I don't hear it a lot about orcas. I'm sure it happens. They're very smart. They're actually considered dolphins. They're not even whales. See,
Right.
people are learning things here. We are the David Attenboroughs of South Jersey.
Wait, isn't there a theory that whales and dolphins at one point were on land and then they became amphibious?
That would be incredibly interesting.
Did I make that up? Is that just like a wild Naeem theory?
That very well could be. We got to ask him when he comes on here.
I'm gonna give it a goog real quick.
Give it a goog. Yeah, the all the orcas, basically this article was just, this guy was just taking the side of humans, and he's just like, yeah, these orcas, what he called them were sadistic jerks. That's what he called orca whales.
Yeah.
You
they're
found
the
it?
sadistic jerks.
Yeah.
that we capture and put in captivity.
Yeah.
So there is something to this. Let me see if I can find this.
Yeah. Take a look for it. We do our research live here so that we fact check ourselves. We just don't throw around pretty crazy theories that I hope are true.
Maybe it's that they were amphibious and then they got to land. Like, hang on.
I think largely it kind of goes back to like what you see with tadpoles and frogs. Tadpoles are fully aquatic, like tails, no feet, and they live in water, but then they eventually morph into frogs, and then frogs live on land.
So this is what it says. It says, although whales are expert swimmers and perfectly adapted to life underwater, these marine mammals once walked on 4 legs.
What?
Their land-dwelling ancestors lived about 50 million years ago. So they had legs, and then they just got in the water, and then they just adapted and learned how to breathe for long periods of time.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Fucking, could you imagine orca whales on land like
Yeah,
feet
I
on
mean,
them?
kind of. Yeah, I mean, not the closest thing I can think of is a hippopotamus.
Yeah, that would be I mean, orca whales are way bigger than them too.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them in some of these videos.
Giants.
That would make sense though. I wonder if they interacted with humans and that's why they don't attack them because
Yeah.
there has never been a reported case of a orca attacking a human in the wild. People swim with them all the time. They've never been attacked by one.
Like, so people you can swim. I mean, not that it's encouraged, but so people have swam with orcas in the wild. They don't attack them.
They do it in Norway. I watched a documentary
Whoa.
on YouTube about it. They take expeditions out into the bays of Norway, and they will have ships, and you just sit there and you wait for orcas to come. Then you put on wetsuits. They get you in a dinghy, and they send you out in the water, and you just jump in and you swim with them. And these people were in water.
Really?
The orcas were swimming right at them, and then as they got close, they would just flip over on their backs and go underneath of them. Like,
Wow.
They would
But
just. Yeah.
what about the ones that you always see, like, is it total accident that they'll occasionally land on kayakers or they'll
Yeah.
come up and they'll just like accidentally eat them? Or
Yeah, the humpbacks do that all the time.
The
They're the ones that
humpbacks.
breach like that, and it becomes a problem.
Gotcha.
The orcas, they never attack, and they're the like apex predators of the ocean.
Right.
What the guy was saying that he's so pissed at orcas about were that because internet users portray orcas as folk heroes and revolutionary figures for attacking these boats, but orcas are well known for hunting and slaughtering sharks and seals for sport. And he said once you start applying
Sounds like humans.
yeah, he's like once you start applying human ethical standards to apex predators, things get dark fast. And I'm like, yeah, I said the same exact thing. I was like, how about all the shit that humans have done over the
Yeah,
years?
we hunt for sport all the time.
They have every right to be pissed the fuck off and sink a few kayaks and yachts. It's like, yeah, have at it. We've enslaved you guys for entertainment purposes for years.
Who were the first guys like that even realized that orcas were friendly to swim with? Like, how crazy you have to be to get in the water with them and go, I feel like it'll be fine.
Like, I know that their teeth are bigger than my head.
Like, they're so giant.
And
Then you get in with a shark and you go, hang on a second, these guys are different.
yeah. You all of a sudden start swimming with a
Who
shark
was testing the waters
off,
with these puppies?
off the coast of Egypt in the Red Sea, and you're like, wait a second, these
Yeah.
things aren't so friendly.
Yeah.
And some of them, I saw a video too. There was apparently a shark that is well known to the around the Bahamas and has a name, and the same shark guy will go back, and this shark is a tiger shark. Will go up and like act like a puppy towards this guy,
What?
and he just plays with him underwater, and he recognizes him, and he comes back to him, and he never has bit him years and years.
That is a trip.
But he's just like, yeah, people think that sharks are so terrifying and dangerous when they're actually pretty friendly. It's like, I don't think you should be telling people tiger sharks are friendly.
Yeah, I don't know if you can make that generalization, guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, because now you're just going to be like, hey, tiger sharks are pretty friendly. They're just like puppy dogs.
Yeah.
And then you jump in there with them.
I could watch whale documentaries all day. I might
Dude.
go home and flip one on.
I'll have to send you the one that I saw of watching these people in Norway. It's like a 20-minute thing.
It's not Blackfish.
No. It's not even a documentary. It's just a long YouTube video of like
yeah, send that to me.
Yeah, they go to Norway and they swim with them. It's pretty awesome.
I was like, was there a segment in Blackfish where they talk about people in Norway that do that? I haven't seen that in a while.
I watched one on Keiko. Remember Keiko, the whale that was very similar to Free Willy back in like the early 2000s?
Probably.
They talk about trying to reestablish him out of captivity, and it's actually really difficult to take whales that are in captivity and bring them back out into the wild because
sure.
a lot of pods of whales won't accept them into their pod, and then
fucked up.
Yeah,